Hi everyone, how you all doing? Well, as you can see, I'm standing here in front of my own wardrobe today because I'm going to give you some editing tips for how you can overhaul, declutter, clean out, reinvent your own wardrobes at this time while you're at home. Now, these are the things that I would normally ask my clients to do when we do a wardrobe edit service, but I'm going to give them to you today for free. How's that? So what I'm going to get you to do is make sure that you've got a nice clean area on your bed ready to discard the pieces that I'm about to tell you to discard. So this will help you really look at your wardrobe with fresh eyes. So think that I'm in the back of your mind, encouraging you, asking you these questions, and hopefully at the end of it you will find that you have a wardrobe full of pieces that you actually really like. So the first one is what I'm going to get you to do is look in your wardrobe and take out anything in there that is too big or too small. Now, when I say too big or too small, I don't mean a size, half a size, too big, too small. That's fine, we all fluctuate. But if you've got clothing in your wardrobe that is 2 or 3 sizes too big or 2 or 3 sizes too small, I want you to get those pieces out and create your first pile on your bed, okay? Too big, way too small. Get them out of the wardrobe. The second thing that I want you to look at are things in your wardrobe that you have never worn. So maybe these are pieces in your wardrobe that you have purchased recently, years ago, whatever, still have tags on them, but you have just never worn. Out. Second pile. Third pile are pieces that you haven't worn in over 5 years. Okay, so these might be old favorites, things that you used to love to wear in your previous life, maybe before you had kids, when you were a corporate woman, whatever it is. I want you to get those things out of your wardrobe as well. Pieces that you have not honestly worn for 5+ years. Create another pile. Now I want you to look at your wardrobe really critically and pick out the pieces that you really don't like. The pieces of clothing that when you put them on, you look in the mirror and you inevitably often take them off. Get those pieces out. Maybe it's an item of clothing that you really want to love, but when you put it on, you just don't feel you. Or maybe it is an item of clothing that you recall wearing to work or to an event, and you just felt uncomfortable in all day and you didn't behave like you. So they're the pieces of clothing that don't make us feel great. I want you to get those out as well. That's probably going to be the hardest one for you to do. But at the end of all that, the most important category is I now want you to identify at least 5 items of clothing. In fact, stick to around 5 because this is really important. 5 items of clothing that you actually love to wear. Items of clothing that make you feel fantastic, that make you feel fabulous, that give you confidence. Those items of clothing I want you to put aside also. So 5 pieces of clothing that you love. Every time you wear them, you feel you, perhaps you get compliments on you. They're the pieces in your wardrobe that are on high rotation. Get those out as well. Now, obviously right now, most of us are at home or working in a capacity that's probably a little bit different to usual. So right now, we're probably wearing a very small percentage of our wardrobe anyway, but here's what I want you to do. Those first 4 categories, the never worn, haven't worn in 5 years, don't like, too big, too small, I want you to put those all aside. Grab a box, put them in a box. If you've got a spare wardrobe, put them in another wardrobe. If you've got a spare cupboard, put them in another cupboard. I want you to get rid of them from your wardrobe for now. We're not taking them out of the house, don't worry, but I just want you to take them, remove them from the wardrobe. And those 5 items that you love, put back in your wardrobe. And my challenge to you, whether it's right now, you can still do this right now, or at the end of all this, when hopefully our lives will get back to normal, and they will eventually, I want you to just wear the clothing that's in your wardrobe. I want you to forget about the pieces that are in the box under the bed, if you can. And they're my tips for really making sure that your wardrobe works for you, that you have a wardrobe full of clothes that you love and that work. And even though that might mean that you have less clothing in your wardrobe, I can absolutely guarantee that you will feel better. Getting dressed every day will be so much easier when you've got less. And also the most important thing though, which I keep going on about, is that wearing clothes that you love and make you feel great will just boost your confidence. It really is that simple. So I hope you've enjoyed my first wardrobe edit tips that you can do all by yourself in your home. Take the time, have a cuppa, have a wine, whatever it is that you need to do. If you've got any questions, I am here. I am working from home. I'm trying to create lots of new content, so thank you all for your blog ideas the other day. I will get to them. I had about 40 suggestions for blog posts, so I'll get to some of them anyway in the next few weeks, and hopefully I just really want to keep in touch with you guys by providing you with inspiration, ideas, continue the conversation, so that on the flip side of all this, you'll think back and say, okay, yeah, Sally, I remember her doing this and that. I'm not here to shove my services down your throat. I just want you I want us to continue the conversation, which I'm actually really enjoying. And now that I feel like I may have got my video IGTV mojo back, maybe I'll do a few more of these. So feel free to put forward your suggestions for any other topics. Okay, I've gone on way too long. I'll catch you later. See ya. Happy wardrobe editing.